Why did you let my wife come along?
Believe me, Mr. Hastings, I did my best to discourage her.
And she ignored you?
She was determined to find you.
Indeed, well, I am very eager to see her.
You're not worried about her?
Of course I'm worried. We're at war again with the Sauroids, thanks to you.
That was not Professor's fault, sir. I shot the beast.
You do realize what's happened here?
No, Mr. Hastings, you tell us.
You've shattered a truce it took me years to achieve. To the Sauroids, raptor flesh is a dietary staple. To these humans, no more than a delicacy. Still, they insisted on eating it, even though it gave them terrible indigestion, and threatened the raptors with extinction. For this reason, the Sauroids and these humans were continually at war until I came along. Thanks to me, they forgot all about the taste of raptor flesh. Until you came along.
They seem to be making up for lost time.
Well, at least the Sauroids won't eat Alice.
How do you know that?
Well, apart from hunting for food, they only kill in self-defense. Still, they may decide to dissect her.
To dissect her?
The Sauroids have a rudimentary science, which is more than I can say for my tribe. If you think they're primitive now, you should have seen them before I got here. Absolutely barbaric. Until I taught them English. They had no written language. No history, nothing.
No agriculture?
One crop. It proved unreliable. They are fast learners, though, I'll give them that, especially the women. They do all the cooking, the forging, and the carpentry.
What about the men?
Hunters and haulers, a fairly hapless lot on the whole.
Did you come with guns?
Yes, thank God.
And that impressed them?
Not all of them.
They seem to worship you.
Well, let's put it this way. Those that don't worship me aren't here. What do you want? What do you want? It's you they're asking for. I eliminated this ritual, but they seem to have revived it. You better hurry along before they throw you on the fire.
Lexama! Lexama!
Come! Makas! For you!
Hey,
Look! Here! Makas!
all right.
Ooh.
Whoa! That's good.
Phoebe! Phoebe!
What's that?
Phoebe! Ayo! Ayo!
Oh, in that case,
What's he looking for?
I believe he's found a friend.
I see, yes. Well, some of the women can be very friendly.
Yes, I've noticed.
who are those fellas looking at us?
Speak klar. Speak klar?
Husband.
Husband.
Local blend.
It's not tobacco, is it?
I'm no botanist, but no, different family. Tell me, Mr. Lytton, where did you meet my wife?
In Cambridge, Massachusetts.
And you came together from America?
No, she joined my nephew and myself in Auckland. I was against her coming, but she insisted. She financed expeditions, so I had no choice.
And how do you make a living?
I teach geology and paleontology. And occasionally, I fight.
Do you win?
Not always, no.
As for me, I teach every subject.
That must be very satisfying.
She's very beautiful, isn't she?
Who?
My wife.
Yes, she is.
And she never despaired of finding me?
No, she never did.
We're here. The Sauroid compound is a day's journey. We'll take along half a dozen hunters. Any more than that, and they tend to get rambunctious. What kind of firearms you carry?
Holy McNiff's revolver. Tell me, how did these people tell time before you came? Without the use of the sun, I mean.
Internal clocks. And the weather furnishes a crude sort of calendar. The sky's darken every 36 hours or so.
Interesting. You know, this cigar is excellent.
Isn't it?
It's very soothing. Analgesic almost.
You're very observant, Mr. Lytton.
Theodore.
Leave it. And breathe. And
Tell me, are these people polygamous?
when it suits them. Tell me, Theodore, did Alice talk about our life together very much?
What?
Did Alice talk much about our life together?
No, she was very discreet. She did say that you were searching for gold.
I was.
And did you find any?
Hello again.
I was looking for you.
I was looking for you.
Two minds, but with a single thought.
Not good.
Not good?
A waste of mental energy.
I see what you mean.
You see.
I know what you meant.
I'm glad you found me. Have you ate? No. Eaten?
No.
You must. It's, Captain, what is this word?
Forbidden?
Yes. Forbidden, but it's also very good.
It's chicken.
No, lactose.
That's what it tastes like. But
I see.
Very good. So what about your parents? Are they down here also?
My what?
Your mother?
Oh, no, she died. She was killed by a Miklek.
Sorry.
I was very young. My other people took care of me.
Your other people? Relatives? Cousins?
Cousins, yes, I think so.
What of your father? Your mother's husband?
Oh, no, he's dead too, I think.
Oh, so you're an orphan? I mean, I'm also an orphan.
Yes, orphan. 2 orphans. Drink.
What's going on?
I think your nephew has found his friend.
Happens regularly. Too regularly for my liking.
Jonas, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Did the earthquake scare you?
A little.
We have them all the time. You don't?
No.
Did you think we made it happen?
For a moment.
What's the matter? The music? I can ask them to go away.
No, that's all right.
What is it? You're troubled. You think we've done something wrong? Tell me.
I'm engaged to be married.
I don't understand.
Where I'm from, men and women, when they're in a relationship, usually they just stay together before they have children and usually afterwards. We call it monogamy.
And women like this?
Women especially. But men also sometimes. I'm sorry, I should have told you.
Will you have to tell her about...
No. I mean, there's no commandment about that. It's not hurting people, That's generally the rule.
It's a good rule.
Take cuffed.
Rihan, si fa.
What have you been up to?
Too much. Or not enough. It's hard to tell.
Did you get her name?
Oh, yes, of course I got her name. What do you take me for?
Calm down, Jonas. He's only trying to help.
It's Ralna.
Ralna. I was afraid of that.
Why?
She has a betrothed. However, he's not here. He's with the exiles. And according to their law, as long as this man lives, no one else is permitted to be with this woman. Their village is here, halfway to the Soroid compound. They resented my accession and refused to come round.
So you banished them?
Let's put it this way, we agreed to live apart. They're a weird lot, violent, destructive, and ruled by the most vicious woman it's ever been my misfortune to meet. It's getting late. I'd sleep with one eye open if I were you.
Thanks for the warning.
You know, it's interesting, their physiology. Greater lung capacity, heightened night vision, superior agility. Their oxygen transport mechanisms must be vastly superior to ours.
Don't worry, Uncle. We'll find Mrs. Hastings.
If we don't, I'll never forgive myself.
Yeah, and if we do, that poses another problem. You know, the whole time we've been underground, you haven't one time mentioned us getting back. I don't think you want this thing with Alice to end. Have you fallen in love with her?
Jonas, I've given a great deal of thought about how we're going to get back. And please don't attribute to me those feelings you have for that girl.
Why would I do that? I don't deny what I feel. Have you and Mrs. Hastings...
That's none of your concern.
Well, do you think that her husband knows?
Knows what?
That you care for her?
No. How could he?
Well, I don't know. He seems awfully savvy. Besides, you are so transparent.
Am I?
I know that you were hoping he was dead. I saw the look on your face when McNiff found that skull.
Jonas, I've never known you to be cynical.
And now that he's alive, you're completely at cross purposes.
You're too young to be talking like this.
Am I wrong?
No. You're not wrong.
Oh, look at you two. What a pair of killjoys. Did you feel that quake before?
Yes, we both felt it. Jonas more than I think.
I hear we're headed out in the morning on a rescue mission.
That's right.
You know, gentlemen, I could get used to this.
Yes, they're very hospitable, aren't they?
Very.
let me through here. Take it. Stop him.
What's your girlfriend's name?
Fiance?
Not your fiancée, the one whose hut you went into.
Ralma.
Ralna, yes. Well, somebody had to get word to her betrothed about you.
About me?
Yes, about you.
That's why the warriors drew straws.
So much for loyalty. But what's done is done. You see that fellow in front?
The big guy with the muscles, the one waving his axe at us? That's Ronald's betrothed?
And I'm sure he's just dying to see you.
Now that I've seen her, I can't say that I blame you. That leader, the queen.
Marshana.
Yes, she's very beautiful.
It's only skin deep, I can assure you.
And none of my business or anyone else's.
Exactly.
Could I have some water, please? Some water? Do you understand me? No. No.
We'll have to deal with that gate.
It's all right. I won't hurt you. You're thirsty too, aren't you? Here.
Ugly buggers will say that for him.
But they think the same of us.
Vlilak, Sakama. We're here for the woman. You understand? Where is she? I'm going to ask you one more time.
I don't think he understands me.
Theodore? Theodore, here. Oh, thank God. Oh. Casper.
Hello, Alice.
Look out!
Casper!
Get out! Go! Come on! Come on! Come on! Hurrah!
Thank you. You saved my life.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, considering we killed 3 of them, I think they acted decently.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Just an observation.
Yeah. You ask Alice just how decent she thinks they were.
Please, Casper, he didn't mean anything by it.
You keep your observations to yourself. You're in considerable trouble as it is, and neither your tender heart nor your pacifist sympathies will do you much use, I can assure you of that.
Never said I was a pacifist.
You just keep your mouth shut.
Calm down, Hastings.
You were intimate with my wife, weren't you?
Now, Casper, you have no right to ask me that question.
Thank you, you've just answered.
Listen, Hastings. For 7 years, she was faithful to your memory.
And how do you know that?
Because she told me, and I believe her.
You've been in the classroom too long, Professor. But don't you bother about it. Whatever happened between you two is forgiven. Because it's all over, completely over. Do I make myself clear?
Cheer up, Professor. He who loves and runs away loves to run another day. That was a joke.
I've heard better.
This is my wife. Her name is Alice. Give her all the respect that you would give to me.
Casper, you've done wonders here.
Didn't have much choice, did I? I would have gone mad with boredom. Clendon. Clevedon. But that's all academic, now that you're here. And that.
You intend on staying here?
Did I say that? No.
Well, then what are you planning to do?
Alice, do you find me changed?
Yes, I do.
In what way?
You're more
Come on, say it.
confident, more commanding.
Well, when you're treated like a god, it does tend to enhance your self-respect.
I'm a little afraid of you now, to tell you the truth.
And you weren't before?
No, not that I was aware of.
Maybe that was our problem. All good marriages are based on fear. The fear of disobliging the other, of causing unhappiness. We didn't care enough about that, otherwise I would never have come on this expedition. That's the irony, you see.
Yes, I do see.
This fellow, Theodore.
Yes?
Fair enough. No questions all round. I like that. And that.
This is...
Gold ore. Common as coal round here. Until now I had no way of getting it to the surface than organising a commercial expedition. No lanterns, no compass. The sea got it all. And then I found something else. Something far more valuable than all the gold in the world. You're not impressed?
Oh, I don't know what it is. What is this?
No, not till I can trust you again. Completely.
I wonder if I might get some rest.
Of course.
You know we lost one of the men. He defected.
Defected? What does this mean?
He joined the others. The exiles.
Why?
To bring them a message. To the men that you're promised to.
Jonas, I'm sorry
For what?
for causing you pain and difficulty. For making you be, I'm not certain of this word, disloyal,
Unfaithful.
unfaithful. We don't have this idea here, not like you do. Man to man, yes, woman to woman, but no man to woman. Do you forgive me for not understanding?
I'm not sure I understand myself.
It's hard to explain. Our customs have changed so fast since we were separated from the others.
Why did that happen anyway?
The schoolmaster, the man you call Casper, he quarreled with our leader.
Shauna. Yes, I've seen her. They were lovers, weren't they?
You know,
Why were they quarreling?
the schoolmaster wanted to change things. How we lived, what we hunted, how many wives a man could have.
Now, of course, Casper wanted more, since he already had one.
Miss Shauna became very angry and she banished us.
She banished you. No wonder Casper has such a grudge.
And so does the man I was promised to, which is why you must be careful. What's the matter? Does it sting?
No, it feels wonderful. What is it?
Magic. Sleep well. Jonas, you mustn't.
I'll bet he's out there watching.
Who? You know, he did save my life. More than once.
And I saved his. So we're equal.
Casper, would you mind putting that out?
If I tell you what I've discovered, do you promise not to tell anyone, Alice?
Yes.
Even Theodore?
Yes.
No, you must swear.
I promise.
Gold has no moral value.
You found something of moral value?
And it'll make us rich, my darling, beyond our wildest dreams.
Casper, I've never dreamt of riches.
That's because you've always been wealthy. But it's been your father's money, not your husband's. A distinction you've never quite appreciated.
If I could have had you back, I would gladly have renounced my fortune.
Instead, you spent a fortune trying to find me, and I'm going to reimburse you with this. The natives call it Zotan. It means healing smoke. You can take this leaf, you can boil it, make a salve of it, a tonic, an inhalant. It has a dozen forms and twice as many uses. It heals the skin, it clears the lungs, it anesthetizes. It's everything ever claimed for any patent medicine, only this is no hoax. This is a real thing. This is a sovereign remedy. It's an elixir for life. Will go down in medical history. People will come from all over the world to try it. The Hastings cure.
You've been growing these plants?
No. The villagers here used to grow it, but they seem to have lost the knack. The plants never reach maturity. There's another group, an exile group. There the plants flourish. All I need are a few seeds.
Are they friendly, these people?
Friendly? Hardly. I should say not. Healthy, yes. Friendly, no.
Casper, what are you planning?
I must have these seeds.
It sounds fantastical, not to mention dangerous.
You can say that. After all you've been through, I should have known.
Don't get upset.
That's why I didn't tell you where I was going, because I knew you would squelch it.
Casper, you're talking like a child.
Am I? Very well, good night, Alice. We won't speak of this anymore.
Casper! Casper! Casper!
Is your master here? May I ask what you're doing? What are you making here? We're going up? Casper? Casper! Casper? Bogart!
Javi!
Tak Yahweh!
I'm looking for the schoolmaster for Casper. The schoolmaster. Gentlemen, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at languages, and I really don't want any trouble. But I'm looking for your leader, your king, your Kennet. Gentlemen, I'm sure that we can resolve this in a civilized manner. Or not.
Stop it! Leave him alone! Get out of here! Go on, get out! Out!
Best to leave it open.
You shouldn't have come in here.
Where's your husband?
I haven't seen him this morning.
You know, he's planning on going back. They're making rope ladders out there.
Yes, I know.
So where is he? Any idea?
Yes, but I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I said I wouldn't.
Well, this is very mysterious, I must say. Is that what you two were quarreling about?
Please don't ask me any more questions.
Alice,
Theodore, please go.
Onfa! Come on, here. Let's go. Come on. There. Come on, there. Going far. Get that. Hurry, come on. Come on, hurry. Quickly.
Kalusana! Kalusana!
Big lad. Zobo. 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 Quick, quicker.
Sula-sama!
something happened to Casper.
Where's my husband? Ralna?
What happened? Tell me. Is he dead?
No. He's been taken prisoner here. Declare. Bad sleep.
What, he can't wake up? Like a coma?
No, like stone, but with eyes.
Paralyzed. How?
Too much smoke.
Jotan.
Yes.
What's that? What is she talking about? Miss Hastings, where'd your husband go? Was he planning on leaving us all behind?
Jonas, leave her alone. Mrs. Hastings. Alice. We'll do everything we can to help.
Hello, Casper.
Hello, Mashana. Been a long time.
Don't try to talk. There's nothing you could say that would interest me.
Really, after all I taught you?
Is that what you call it? Education? You corrupted my people.
But we had some pleasant times, no?
Yes. Until your greed got the better of you, and it's greed that brought you back here, isn't it, Casper? Speak!
I came here to learn from you, Mashana.
You lie as easily as ever. To learn what?
How to grow the herb that heals. I know there was violence. Some of my men lost their heads. I humbly apologize.
I accept your apology.
Thank you. So when will this overdose wear off? How long before I can leave?
That's two separate questions.
But I will be able to leave.
Oh, you be leaving us? No question there. Vliglat!
Mashana!
I'd say it's the heavier one.
Thank you.
Open.
Theodore. You don't have to do this, you know.
Your husband would do the same for me.
Nonsense. You do nothing of the kind. Now listen to me. You found Casper. You fulfilled our contract, and now you're free to go back to the surface.
You want me to go back?
No. He's not the man I married.
I believe he's rather proud of that.
He's drunk with pride.
Jonas!
Jonas, Be careful. Don't go any closer to the compound than you have to.
I won't.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
You're lying. Picard!
Freelot! Schlangfloor! Schlangfloor! Bastards! Freelot! Schlangfloor!
It's a sacrificial altar. You think they're preparing that for Casper?
I wouldn't be surprised. If so, we still have a little time.
How so?
Pterodactyls. They won't eat before sunset. It's no use making a sacrificial offering if the gods you're trying to appease are still asleep.
What's the plan, Professor? We, pick off one of those sentries and then what?
How many rounds do we have?
3. What's the matter?
I should have brought the grappling hook.
We can always go back for that.
No. By the time we return, it'll be past nightfall, and Hastings will be dead.
Well, let's forget it all then. I mean, what did that man ever do for us?
It's not for him.
I figured you'd say that. Well, what about you, Scholar? You got any bright ideas? Professor.
Jonas.
Jonas! Jonas! That's solid. Come on!
Oh, I forget this thing.
Jonas, I heard what happened. Are you all right?
Just a little tired.
You know, this means we're free to be together if that's what you want. I'll let you rest.
What is it, Uncle?
I suppose you heard the news.
I can guess. When do we leave?
You leave in the morning.
That makes 5 of us going back.
I need more supplies.
Nay, you're still 4.
Are you sure, McNiff?
Nay, Professor. Down here, I'm a hero. Up there, wanted man.
You certainly are.
Making war is a dark art, Professor, eh? I made my bed. I'll lie in it.
Thank you, McNiff.
Thank you, Professor. Young scholar.
Go ahead. I'll be right out.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You don't travel light, Squire.
Listen to your new schoolmaster. Learn from him as I have learned from all of you. Thank you. And goodbye. Goodbye.
I don't know what to say. I wish I could take you with me.
Do you mean that?
Thank you.
For what?
For everything.
You know, I always intended to return home.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. I even built a raft.
And let me guess, it sank?
No, not at all. Beyond this forest is a river. The river leads to the ocean. The raft's been there for ages. I've just been waiting for the right time.
I don't think you ever would have used it. You seem all too comfortable here.
That was wrong. Give me your revolver.
I don't know. I may want to come back here someday.
Let her go! I said let her go!
You mean that, Jonas? Get her out of here. Go! Yeah! Go!
Here.
Don't worry about the Sauroids. They're miserably slow climbers. We have nothing to fear from them anymore.
What's all this?
Insurance, my friend. In case the seedlings don't survive. But don't you worry. What's mine is yours. Within reason, of course. Give me that.
Casper, no!
It's our future, Alice.
Casper, don't!
Hastings, come back!
Let's go.
Is it hot like this up there?
Not like this.
Is it wonderful?
Can be.
Do they speak English everywhere or only in New England?
Almost everywhere.
Then I'll be fine.
Yeah. Uncle Theodore.
Yes, I see it.
That rock formation.
Absolutely.
This is close to where we first came out. I can feel it.
Passage is on the other side.
Maybe we could sail around it. What do you think, Uncle? Perhaps we should retrace our steps.
No. We rely on Mr. Alfred Nobel's finest invention. Dynamite.
What is it?
Can't you feel that? You don't hear anything?
No. Come on.
It's not the way we came.
No, if we follow that river.
We'll come out where we first saw daylight. And it's simply a matter of retracing our steps to the surface.
Jonas, we must go now.
We're almost there.
Ralna!
Jonas.
Jonas, come on!
Jonas!
Come on!
Sackerson was right.
Wow, that's how you explain where the water in Lake Rodaira came from.
That's right.
Hang on! As tight as you can!
Lino, there's something I must tell you.
Yes?
Gun's no good.
Your Majesty, I swear to you, we had no idea the rifles were defective.
Where is Magnif?
Below.
He still lives?
Yes.
And I am dying.
Your Majesty, I think we may be able to help.
지혜의 마을 열어 내가 만나 engāreo puri no te ao tēnā koutou katoa te wahituri ki ai hoa o ngā manu ki ia nei te tīmatanga
I'm gonna drink this. There you go.
Dear Helen, it is strange to know that the very plant that a man died for has saved the life of another. But I fear that Caspar has died in vain, for the plant he was intending to make his fortune from withers and dies within hours of being above ground. Such irony. I can't say for certain how long it will be before we are allowed to leave New Zealand. Naturally, I'm desperate to see you. If the attitude of the Auckland police is any indication, none of us will be believed. But at least they've promised not to detain us any longer. So, we will make the steamer after all. Dear Helen, the Pacific crossing has been smooth. I alone seem to be affected. Strange fatigue has set in. In the wake of so much excitement, I suppose. Well, you soon will be meeting Alice, because Theodore has invited her to Cambridge, so that we may all address the Geological Society together.
At which point, my nephew stumbled upon a Eurypterid nest, or colony, which gave us our first inkling of a parallel evolution.
Within a matter of 5 years, all of the women learned to speak English most fluently. They treated us most hospitably.
Jonas. It's me, darling. I'm here.
I've been asleep all day and night, haven't I?
Darling, you've been asleep for a week.
What's wrong with me?
Well, no one can say for sure.
All your vital signs returned to normal, but still you refused to wake up, even while we were feeding you.
Apparently you picked up some parasitic agent when you were underground.
The seawater I drank.
Or when the sauroid clawed you. The doctors have examined it under a microscope, and it's unlike anything anyone's ever seen before.
The Geologic Society reinstated Theodore, and we're scheduled to address them again in a few months. If you've recovered completely by then, we'd love you to join us for the presentation.
And, of course, for our wedding.
Really? Well, congratulations. Where are you going for your honeymoon?
We thought we'd mosey across the Charles River to the Commodore Hotel.
And then next year to Iceland. Theodore's convinced that there's a lake outside of Reykjavik whose source tunnels go even deeper than Roto Era.
I don't suppose you'd like to come along.
Theodore? You must be ravenous, Jonas. We'll go find you something to eat.
It breaks off.
Sorry, what?
Your diary. There's almost nothing after you reach the human village until you emerge from underground.
Well, we were in such a hurry.
Who's Rana? Rona. You said that several times in your sleep.
Did you ask my uncle?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said to ask you. It's none of my business, is it? I mean, it was so sweet of you to address all your diary entries to me. I mean, I know I asked you to, but still. I was deeply touched, really. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? You've done nothing wrong.
I was wrong to object to the journey. I mean, not that I wasn't hellishly distraught. I was the whole time you were away. But you felt you had to go and risk your life and our future together, and I've forgiven you for that. Young men have a wanderlust, and we women ignore it at our peril. Darling, you're happy to be home again, aren't you? Jonas?
And we can speculate that the human males below ground were carrying a related microbe, which might account for their chronic mental lethargy. But how then to explain the relative alertness of the females? I call your attention to the work of Gregor Mendel, the Austrian monk.
May we hear from the patient now?
Dear Uncle Theodore, By the time you read this, I will be at sea, in more ways than one. Perhaps that will prove to be the story of my life. Perpetual longing, perpetual uncertainty. But for now, I am following my heart back to New Zealand. I trust that you will look in from time to time on Helen, for whose devotion I will always be grateful, as I am to you for all that you've done for me, not in the least helping me to vanquish my fears. I regret that I won't be able to join you and Alice in Iceland, but I wish you every success and happiness. Your loving nephew, Jonas.